Hello, my friends. Hi, guys. Am I live? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not live or not. Playing tricks. I cannot see anybody. Is anybody there? I'm not sure if I'm live. However. Oh, hi, Michelle. Okay, I'm live. That's good. I was just wondering. It's all weird at the moment. My friends. Oh, hi, Amber. Okay, that's wonderful. Guys, my name is Angela. I'm the owner and creative energy from Elfenundhelden. I'm a light retailer for Dixie Belle over in Frankfurt in Germany, German distributor for Dixie Belle and for WoodUbend, and for graceondesign for Europe. And if I look at the camera, I'll look very tired. I'm sorry. So, but that's the way it is. Just before Christmas, I have everything, well, not finished. I still have a little bit to do. Hi, Kathy. I still have a little bit to do in the new shop, but the old shop is now all closed down. Everything is moved out. I've given the keys in, so that's all finished. So, and I'm very happy. Still lots of things to do. You see my paint wardrobe behind me. I have to paint, and still loads of other things, but everything's moved here. But tonight we're going to do a last minute Christmas gift for some wine bottles. I've brought some WoodUbend. One I've already broken again because I've dropped it. WoodUbends are made out of wood, so they behave like wood, and if they're fragile things, you obviously can break them. This is the 1215 I'm going to use, and this is the 6041. Hang on. Hi, Nina. 6041. This one goes here. So I don't need everything anyway. So, guys, I'm so happy you're joining me. And apologies for last week. I couldn't get live for whatever reason. So WoodUbends, when they are cold, like this one is now, they are in a solid state. You can drill them, you can saw them, you can break them, as you've seen. And when they get warm, you can basically bend them around any shape and any corner, and you can smoosh them on any surface. So I'm going to put them on a griddle. You can heat them up with a heat gun, with a hairdryer. With a hairdryer, it takes a little longer, it's a little safer. I'm going to place that on a griddle to get nice and warm and soft, because we're going to do a little bit of painting first and decoupaging, and let's see how far we can get. I've brought some Voodoo Gel Stain in Black Magic. I'm probably going to use, I'm not quite sure yet. I have some Precious Paste, the new Precious Metallic Smooth Paste from Posh Chalk. I've got the 24K gold and the white gold. I have some patinas, the aqua patinas, the new ones in radiant gold and in royal gold. One is a little bit aged and the other one is a little bit more shiny. They are water based, which is the nice thing about them. I have a little bit of a trim. I don't know if I'm going to use that. I have some pigments in red and gold. Let's see. Let's get started. I've got my pigment infuser. I have my metallic paste in red alizarin. So let's see. And I have my paint caviar for basically painting the outside of the piece. So usually I would paint it white first before I apply my decoupage, but as this is pretty light wood, I'm going to, want to decoupage in here. And I have from graceondesign the decoupage paper Fury, and I'm going to use, let's see what I'm going to use. I'm not sure what I'm going to use. I thought I'm using the pattern, but maybe I will use the lady. Let's see. I'm not sure. The graceondesign, oh, look at that. This is so gorgeous. Isn't she pretty? It's basically 3 parts. You have like the main image in in small, you have it in big, which is really big, which is really big. Isn't she pretty? Isn't she amazing? And Queen of Hearts. Let's see. I'm not using, sorry for the noise, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, hey. Hey, love. How are you? How are you, darling? How Instagram? So, okay. So, and then there is like a matching pattern, and this pattern I'm going to use in the back of this wine thing. I'm not going to use her. I was thinking about using her, but I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to use her. Shall I use her behind the bottles, or shall I use this? Guys, I need your help. I need your help. Shall I put Fury on the back? Bonsoir, Michelle. Ça va? Hi, Jan. Thank you for joining. Or shall I use this pattern? Guys, I need your help. You need to vote for me. Fury or pattern? Fury or pattern? Guys, you let me know. And this is nothing special. This was basically, this is nothing special. Pattern. Hello, Ulrike. Pattern. Okay, I think we use the pattern. Pattern. Okay, pattern. All right. So we use the pattern, and I usually, I need some scissors. I usually rip it, but this time, as this is like a square area, I'm going to cut it. So I'm going to cut the edge here first. And oops, I'm ripping it at the same time. So the reason I usually rip it is that the edges are not as hard, so you're not noticing them. But as I am going to, as this is going into an edged area. Do you say it like that? I'm sometimes making up words. I'm sorry, guys. So that's the reason I am not. So. You've seen I've taken it basically. I've turned it around and I'm taking my measurements from the back. Now I am laying it down and I am putting a crease on those edges here. That's when I usually do draws or something like that. That's the way I do it. I turn it around and I make a crease on the back of the draw, because this basically gives you the exact shape of the hi mein Hase, what you need. So now I have my crease. Now I can cut it. It helps if you have some sharp scissors. Apparently I'm not. This is the next thing I have to invest money in, is some sharp scissors. So I shall keep this, put that to the side for now. So you can apply the decoupage paper by graceondesign. They are pretty tough. Look how cute this is. This is so pretty, isn't it? Oh gosh. So this is gonna go inside here. So if you have white underneath, it gets even brighter, but this is fine for me. Okay. This is fine for me. Even so, I'm using, there we go. You can use a decoupage medium. You can use some top coat. I'm using the Posh Pigment Infuser now for decoupaging. I'm going to bring you down. That's probably not good. Good. So that you can see. I would like you to see a little better. Let's see that you can see. Okay, let's see if it works like that. I'm not sure if it's going to work like that. So anyhow, I'm going to... Oh, hi, Philippa. Thank you for joining me. Brisbane. Oh, to Australia. That's wonderful. So, guys, have you everybody prepared everything for Christmas? So actually, guys, I'm going to pour a little in my lid and I'm going to clean that out later. I don't want to contaminate this. I'm not sure. This has been standing around. I've been cleaning that, but there might be still some residue or some dust or whatever on there. That's as this is basically I'm using this one. As this is basically I'm using the Posh Chalk brush to apply my infuser. The infuser is basically theoretically for the pigment infuser, but as you can use it nicely also for decoupaging. That's what I'm doing now. So where did I put the paper now? There. I'm trying really lately. I'm looking for things all the time. So let this way around. I have to lay that down. Sorry, guys, because I'm not seeing. I have to see myself what I'm doing. So I'm just lining it up. It's a bit tricky. There's like this gap, basically. So let's see. And if this is not completely flat, that's no problem. The papers are pretty strong, so you can relift them if you have to. You have to get rid of some wrinkles or something like that. I'm going to need a little more of the infuser down here. As this is bare wood, it is soaking it up pretty much, and I would like it to stick nicely on there. So where have I got my squeegee? I had it before. There it is. I have one of those squeegees with that what's it called? What's that stuff called? Called felt? Is it felt? So basically, just there are some wrinkles. That's no problem. So you see, you don't need to. You can basically apply your. decoupage straight onto wood. You don't need to put anything underneath. That also works. You see that? That's pretty. Pretty. So with graceondesign, I usually wait till it's dry before I seal it. Make sure it's all down everywhere. All down here. I think I need a little more infuser on the bottom part also. You can see you can relift it and you can replace it, which is a nice thing. If you're not happy with the result, obviously when it's very soaked, the paper, oops, sorry for the noise, paper is getting a little weaker, but very gentle, working pretty nicely. So, see here. So, nice thing about this squeegee is that you can, firstly with that felted side, it is pretty gentle. Oh, hey Jill. Hey, talented girl. Beautiful and talented lady she is. She's got such a sweet family also. Gosh. So, thank you for joining me, girl. So, that's down. And this is on the bare wood. So I didn't put any paint underneath. If I would like to have it a little more vibrant, I would have used some paint underneath. But for this project, that's perfectly fine. So now let's carry on. Outside is we're going to put the WoodUbends on first now. I'm going to put that to the side. That's me. Talking about I need new scissors. I'm messing them up. I'm going to need a sip of coffee. Sip of cold coffee, guys. Sip of cold coffee. Okay. Let's concentrate. I have my beautiful knife. I've already laid on the griddle before, so it's nice and bendy. Okay, as I said, I'm working with the WoodUbend 1215. It's been laying on the griddle, so it's nice and bendy. This is going to go on top here. And let's see. I'm going to cut it with my bendy knife. Put it up. It's pretty much in the middle. And I'm going to cut it. So when they're warm, you can see you can cut them with a sharp knife. You can go. This can go around the corner. And same thing here. Sorry, got to go on this side now. So this will be glued on there. And this I'm just going to put around the edge. I'm going to put it on the edge there. Let's see. Probably this way around. I'm losing them. Let's see. Sure, I'm going to use that. I could have bended it around, but I didn't want to. This is so thick, you know. This is such a sharp corner. But I think this is quite nice there. Now I'm going to apply some wood glue on the back of it. As I said, that's the 1215 by WoodUbend. Oh, Jill, you're so sweet. Yeah, beautiful, talented. I hope we can meet up one day. Everybody who's on here. I would love to meet you guys one day in person. I mean, it's great how the internet is pulling everything together, but even so, nothing is better than giving somebody a hug or, you know, standing in front of them. So, let's get... So don't just apply it like this. Make sure you spread out the glue all over your piece. And before you apply it. So this again was a little too much, but every excess can be taken off with a baby wipe, a wet cloth, or a wet brush. Just make sure the whole surface is covered. That helps for your piece or for your WoodUbend to adhere to your project. It makes your life a lot easier, so to say. So there you go, all covered. So I can feel it already cooling down again. So I'm placing it on here now, pushing it down, and I'm going to reheat it because I want to make sure that it snuggles itself nicely onto the surface here. So So, go. Okay, now grabbing a baby wipe, which is pretty dry. Okay. And then just taking the excess glue, which is squeezed out here, and just taking the main excess off. And I'm going to come in with a brush in a second. I'm going to show you this, like, you know, if you have like an intricate piece like this one, you can't really get into those corners and stuff. You see, like here, it's difficult to get in there with your baby wipe. So I'm going to grab another brush. And I'm going to make it wet. Oops, sorry. It's still there. Now the water is pretty dirty now. So I'm just damping it with my... So now I can get in here and clean that nicely off. Wood glue is water-based, so it's easy to clean. It's dry and clear also, and this is going to be painted, so this is not too much to worry about. Even so, you can take that off. And you're not harming the details of the mold, which is the lovely thing about it, that you can work it nicely without... So the WoodUbends, they can be they behave like wood, so you can stain them, you can paint them with any paint you can think of. You You can use oil-based products, you can use water-based products, you can use acrylics. So that all works nicely. What's the time? Right now. So, half an hour. Time always flies, doesn't it? So, I'll show you in a second. Oh, that's not nicely cleaned up. And how nicely that's stuck on here. Okay, so now I've pressed that down a little more. You can see that there's still some glue coming out, because this is a sign that this is now snuggling nicely onto the surface. It's still warm. They need about the same time to cool down like they need to warm up. And the thicker a piece is, like this one is pretty thick, the longer, you know, they need to heat up, but the longer they need to cool down also. So, doesn't it look pretty already? I think it does. I hope you do also. So, now I'm going to come in. Ouch. The other bit down here. As I've already broken down this end bit, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Don't need that. So it looks similar, and this is going nicely on the bottom here. So, go. And same thing. WoodUbend, glue, wood glue. I'm using the tight bond, by the way. Tight bond, the quick and thick. This is from me. Who's following me knows that I've been struggling with like the WoodUbend sliding off my projects and stuff like that when I worked on horizontal pieces. So, hi Munir. Thank you for joining. So, there we go. I need a little more. There we go. Glue. So as this piece is hot, the glue is drying pretty quickly. So need a little more. This can be reactivated when you heat it up. So you can even take the WoodUbends back off, you know, when you reheat them, you can take them off your projects again. So, but always make sure that you have the surface covered nicely. So let's see. This is about middle. Again, it doesn't need to be perfect, you know me. Still, I've got to work a little careful with. It's not the wood I'm pressing it on. It's less. It's more fragile than the WoodUbend itself. So okay. Excuse me. Take the excess off. Excess off. There we go. Okay, that's fine. Now we can paint the thing. And I'm using caviar. So you can see that there's like a cord up here to hold it. I've taped it up. I could have taken it out, but it is, I don't know if you can see that, it has this, It has this metal bits on there to hold up inside of the box, so I didn't want to take that off, and I didn't want to waste it, so I'm just basically taping that off and go from there. So, chalk mineral paints by Dixie Belle. They are water-based. I'm using caviar as this is in the project itself. I'm using let's see. No, I'm not using this one. I'm using doesn't need to be smooth. I'm using a French tip brush because I want to get it into all those crevices. I'm going to dampen my WoodUbends a little so the paint runs easier into all those crevices. So, going in swirly motions, swirling, stabbing, dabbing to get all the details of the molding. Hope you can see. Put it underneath. Hope you can see what I do. This already. But you can clean those papers off as long as the paint hasn't dried on them. You can clean that off. Let's see. Oops. Baby wipe. There you go. Works nicely. So let's paint this thing all around quickly. You can paint with the Dixie Belle paints straight onto your project. Basically, you don't need to prepare it apart from cleaning. And as this is pine wood, if I would have worked with a lighter color, I probably would have used a stain blocker. This pine is well, likes to bleed. Likes to bleed. So there we go. Quickly, the time. Oh, this is going to be an over an hour project again. Apologies, my guys. If you have to leave, I'm sorry. But this one is going to get finished tonight. This one's going to get finished. So I'm not worried about brush strokes or anything. The Dixie Belle paints, they really are self-leveling if you use a smooth brush. And so let's see. And bottom. I'm going to dry that quickly. See if I need to do a second coat. everybody's going into lockdown again over Christmas or after Christmas, basically. So let's see what's happening. So this is pretty intricate. Just have a look at your molds from all angles, so you get all the areas hit, basically. And there you go. Is anybody still with me? Isn't it, Nina? I mean, I love black anyway, so that's it's missing. So give that a quick dry. Oh no, do the bottom. I'm doing the back after I'm finished with you. Instagram, if you're watching, you can say hi also. Do appreciate that. I can see that Berlin is on there. So there we go. Alrighty. Give it a quick dry. Sorry for the noise. We should really let the paint dry itself, but I want to get that finished with you guys, so basically see what it's doing here. Gotta be careful. I mean, I'm wearing black trousers, so I wouldn't see the paint anyway, but even so, I'm not wearing my what's it called in English? My working trousers. Shouldn't have changed, but changed. They look pretty already. We're going to use some stencils on the side. Too much paint on there. I don't mind if there's texture. I'm opposite, you know, I like texture, guys. Okay, carry on. Do a quick second coat. Quick second coat. missing any comments? Apologies. I couldn't go on live last week for whatever reason. I'm not sure. So, acting pretty strange lately. Just go quickly around. I think I'll use a stencil on this side. I don't think, only think, I'm sure about. And I'll use the Harlequin, I think. You know me, I make my decisions on the fly. Very quickly painted. Very gentle with that piece. So, dried it again. Oh, you could do that also, Nina. I mean, this is actually to put some wine bottles in, but like a present case, you know. So that's a good idea. Maybe we're not using it for wine. It's a brilliant idea, actually, Nina. For jewelry. There's a lot up there. I'm so messy, guys. I'm such a messy painter. Apologies. But, if you want to have a smooth surface, don't do what I do just now. I'm just taking off some of those paint noses. So even Pussy Galore is not here. I can find her hair everywhere. So before I continue, I want to have on the inside wood is going to be stained with the with me. It's going to be stained with voodoo gel stain in Black Magic. That's what I'm using. So let's get a sponge. And I am, let's see. That's too thick. Oh, that's too thick. I need something thin. And as this is it dry? Stay with me, guys. What do I put down there? What do I put down there? Oh, here we go. Just a plastic sheet I'm putting down there because I don't want to make a complete mess when I am using some stain on there now. So, voodoo gel stain is water-based also, so I'm just mixing it up. What's the time? Instagram. Shake it up nicely as all the water-based products. Put something in here. So I'm dampening my sponge. Apply it a little easier. You can brush it on. You can use applicator sponge. So can you see what I'm doing? I'm gonna see if I bring it a bit up to you. I can see myself what I'm doing. So this is basically that the wood is not as light. To give it a bit of a, if it goes onto the caviar, I'm not worried as this is black on black. Yeah, you can put it on as thick or thin as you want to. It's soaking into the wood. It basically needs a porous surface. So, oops, wrong. It needs a porous surface. And so let's see. Move that a little further to the front. Reason I have that plastic in there because I don't want to get it or get too much of it onto the. I can clean it off, but this makes my life a little easier. So let's see. So I'm off screen for a second. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just doing that quickly all the way around of that wood. And I'm moving that plastic sheet in there. On the move I go. You can reapply if you want to have it a little richer. That makes sense what I'm saying. that crevice there. All the way around. As this is water based, I can clean it off a little with a clean cloth also. Hang on. Sorry guys, you can't see at the moment what I'm doing, but just want to get that done quickly. Have a little more at the bottom there. As I said, if you reapply, it gets richer. And I want to have some of that original wood peeking through, so that's the reason I am using this. So, now, lovely. So, Michelle, you're actually giving this to Nina. That's sweet. So, I'm just cleaning it off a bit. I'm going to show you where we are at. So this is now where we are at. So this looks nice and aged. So let's do some stenciling on the sides. Let's get the harlequin board. Actually have not. Oops. Stay with me, guys. Okay. I'm actually going to see if I'm using the Posh Chalk one or the Dixie Belle one. They both have like a harlequin stencil. This is the Posh Chalk one, which is a little smaller, and this is the harlequin from Dixie Belle or Bells to Whistles, which is bigger. And I think I like the smaller ones. I do like the smaller ones. And I'm going to use some pigments. I'm using the pigments in Wedding Gold. So, Wedding Gold. Have a little jar. Apologies for my hands. I'm looking terrible. Looking terrible. So, precious pigments. They are ever so shiny. Ever so shiny. So, putting some of the pigments in here. And don't sneeze in them. They are powder, real metal. So I'm using my infuser. I've used that. You remember I've used that also for stenciling. Got this. So you can basically, let's see if you can see. Can basically control yourself how thick or thin you would like to have your mixture. So I'm actually I like to mix it also with some red. So I'm using the Paste Red Alizarin and the just mixing that up. There you go. Ever so pretty. Look how shiny that is. Ever so pretty. So let's see. Line that a little bit. Let me think. Just gotta clean out some brushes, guys, and use some used them before in my German life. So if I don't have an assistant who's cleaning my brushes, I'm just quickly doing it myself. So already I then put them into water so they're not the paste don't dry in them. So okay. So those are the Bosch Chalk stencil brushes. I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you, Nina. Yeah, it is, isn't it? And it's so easy. I mean, you can just take any item and make some fun out of it. Oh, yeah. So if you can't open your jars or something like that, just dab them on the floor and it helps. It certainly helps. Let's see. This brush is a little wet, which is perfect what I have planned now. I don't want to pop the paste. So, and I don't want to have it red all over. I just want to have a little. So I'm basically just dabbing. I want to have it mixed with the pigments. So that's the idea behind it. Let's see. That was that. And now I'm going to come in with the pigments. Where's my other brush? Where did I put it? Nobody moves. Did I bring it here? Oh, there it is. So I'm just going to dry that a little. So stenciling. And then so I'm offloading it a bit. Not too juicy. I don't want to have full coverage of both of them. This can be a little shady. Which is perfect for the look I'm going. So let's see. Oh yeah. Just gonna clean it a little. Can you see this? Can you see what I'm going for? So I'm just doing the last bit there. Obviously you can realign those. That's what I am doing. Just do that here. There you go. Same thing. Last bit. Me and displacing things, it is a nightmare at the moment. So one side done, one to go. So that's the back, that's the front. Just do quickly dry that and do quickly the other side. And anybody still with me? I'm sorry guys, I'm taking a very long time again. This box is gonna get finished. Dries very quick, everything. That's it. Do the other side. And then I'm going to, then I can put that into the water, you know, so it's not drying too much in. See a little bit too much of the paste. So I'm just dabbing carefully. I had too much of the paste on here, so but even so, that's gonna work. Oops, that's gonna work. As I said before, you can put some spray glue on the back. I haven't got some at the moment, so obviously I cannot. So I've loaded it a bit already, so now I can stencil a little harder. Again, I don't want to have full coverage. So, same thing with the wedding gold. On here. problem. A bit of a mess there. So line it back up again. And then I can put it into the water. There's bristle. That's the reason you should clean your brushes before you use them the first time. You avoid, then usually, if there's some loose bristles from the production, which can be, which is no problem, you can you're just basically making sure that they so that's it. Do I want to have some on top? No, I don't think so. Sides is fine, otherwise it gets too much. Want it. Well, it's not an hour, it's longer again. I'm sorry, guys, but thank you, Amber. You're so sweet. That's so sweet. So I've just gotta hang on. It's not finished yet. I'm going to use the stencil brushes to continue, which is not that much of a problem because I want to now Instagram. I'll put you a bit more over. I'm just going lightly with this is the red alizarin, and this is the stencil brush I'm just using. So I'm just going over it a bit around the edges, offloading some on the corners here. As I said, this is a new stencil brush by Posh Chalk. And I'm just having still a bit of the red alizarin on here. I'm just going around the edges. It is pretty dry already, that brush. So just check out the effect we're getting with it. Can you see that? I'm not quite sure if you can see that. It looks pretty nice, I think. So now we are using I'm going to use the wedding gold. Do the same thing. To mix that basically with the red alizarin. There's a lovely combination. It's just to soften it up. This brush is almost dry, so I'm almost scratching the surface with it to make that look a little more aged. So it's not so harsh anymore. So basically, that's it, my friends. Wine box finished. Wine box finished. I hope you enjoyed this project. I certainly did. It was fun doing it. So 1 hour 15. I'm not going to keep you any longer, but I think the result is quite all right. Oh, thank you so much, Nina. Thank you, guys. So I think I put everybody else to sleep. Just bring that a little closer. So that's the... Thank you so much, Ember. There you go. My friends, thank you so much for joining me tonight for our just before Christmas live. You can see I'm very tired. It is 9 p.m. over here. It is an hour earlier than I usually do my lives. But the last 3 months have been really exhausting. But even so, I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to have you around me, guys. I'm happy you joined me tonight, and I'll let you go now. For those who don't know me, my name is Angela. I'm the owner and creative energy from Elfenundhelden. I'm a light retailer for Dixie Belle over here in Frankfurt in Germany. I also am the German distribution for Dixie Belle and for WoodUbend, and for graceondesign for Europe. So if you are interested in products, just let me know. And and I'm hungry also. Okay, I'm wishing you a lovely, lovely Christmas, guys. You stay safe. I hope you can be with your families and you can have a lovely time. And I will see you. I'm not sure if I can make it next Thursday, but I will see you hopefully soon. Guys, you take care. Thank you for being with me. And ta-da. Bye-bye.